from swug.org. Your information technology answers are here.
Hi everyone, I'm Steve Wynkoop and welcome to another edition of Swug TV. Today we're talking about the third in our three-part series about hiring. And we want to welcome back Laura to the show. Laura Rose, welcome back.
Thanks, Steve.
So today I want to talk about overqualified folks. And there are seemingly a lot of overqualified people. I have some initial thoughts on that, but how do you go through that? How do you work with candidates that appear to be really overqualified, and is that a really good idea? And I mean, a lot of people are worried that, geez, if I hire somebody overqualified, they're just going to bolt as soon as they find a different job.
Exactly, and that's probably the primary fear that most employers have. So the first thing I would suggest to the employer is figure out what you really need. We're talking about spikes in the previous interview. If I really need somebody right away to start off, producing right away, overqualification is probably a good thing to have.
True.
And just don't assume that you know why they're taking this job. Ask them. Some people may be overqualified, but they're looking for a less pressured job.
Right.
And it fits perfectly in it. Maybe their next phase of life is, hey, I want to spend a little bit more time with my family, or I want to be able to enjoy my vacation, things like that. And then it works for both sides. It's not that they're interested in just getting a job and then jumping ship right away. It's, you want to find out what their incentive is.
I know a lot of people, especially with the economy and the funky things that have happened too, are sort of doing a career reset. And I've talked to a lot of people that seem like they're overqualified, but it's really because they're jumping careers. They're changing direction and they want to do something completely different. So, I mean, they deserve a really good chance as well.
And they see a potential with your company to get my foot in the door in this area and then develop in another lateral area a little bit later to help your company in that direction.
Very true, very true. How do you protect against the worry, I guess, of them jumping ship? I mean, is there something that you can do when you're working with those folks to make sure that they're not as likely to do that?
Well, the easiest thing is put it in your hiring contract saying that I agree to work here for 8 months or a year or whatever time limit that makes you feel comfortable.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. I think too, the people that I've worked with, I've seen if you can give them a very clear path. If we can start here, these are the other things that we can talk about doing after we get this in place and covered. So I think that can help a lot as well. They can kind of see where they can go.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. The other thing is the overqualification a lot of times is, I don't know how to say it any other way except for it's resume-based and not maybe reality-based. So you need to ask questions and make sure that what you're perceiving as overqualification is in reality overqualification and not just, I really need to find a job, so I'm going to put down every single thing I've ever done.
Exactly, and those scenario-based, open-ended questions will help you really understand what they know, what they're comfortable with, and what their directions are the directed interests are.
Yeah, yeah, great point, great point.
And also the other thing that the employer has to keep in mind is that the people that are, how do I say, looking just to get a job, they also know that maybe I should dumb down my resume. So you may be getting an overqualified person and the resume doesn't show it. So it goes both ways.
Very true. It's tough to hire. That's all there is to it. It's tough to hire. Well, thank you very much for all of your great guidance and suggestions. I really appreciate it.